Welcome to Heal the Natural Way. This is Olivia Xue. This website is about simple home remedies and natural cures for radiant health. I'm so excited today to introduce to you my dear teacher, friend, Brian Ru. Hi, Brian. Thank you for coming to Heal the Natural Way.
Glad to be here, Olivia.
So please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, let's see, I've been a Buddhist for 21 years now. I used to be a monk in Thailand, and I've devoted my life to spreading meditation and Buddhism back home in the West in Vancouver, Canada.
Please tell us a little bit of your latest work, which is to use meditation to ease physical pain. How is that even possible?
Yeah, well, this is actually a new course I'm teaching. Actually, my teacher, Ajahn Sona, suggested I should do this. Actually, the way this came about is there was a conference for pain in Toronto. The psychologist there announced that he's been using loving kindness meditation, which is a Buddhist practice, to reduce pain. And Ajahn Sona, he studied this and he recommended this is something that I should be doing because he said there's things that painkillers can't solve, right? There's still some pain left over. So the use of meditation can actually reduce this. So to answer your question of how can this be done? Well, meditation can help to shift the mind because pain has a physical component but also a mental component. I mean, the mental component of pain is you feel the pain, but then there's thoughts of this isn't fair, I feel sorry for myself, or thoughts of aversion towards the pain.
Yeah.
So we don't have to side with those thoughts. We can regard those thoughts as like when a crazy person comes to talk to you, you just don't say anything to them, and then they'll go away. But if you start to talk to a crazy person, then you go crazy too. So you regard these thoughts, the negative thoughts surrounding the pain that way. You just ignore them, and you can replace that with more positive thoughts, more wholesome thoughts. So things like loving kindness practice you can do to shift the mind.
Have you had any students coming up to you talking about how they've used this meditation to ease their pain?
Yes, and even in the courses I've been teaching, some have said, for some it's the first time they've ever meditated. They kind of shifted their minds. One woman even stated that she had a bit of a reduction in pain. She had pain in her neck and her shoulders. Osteoarthritis was her problem. So the pain went down, but then it would come back later. So when she would go back into the meditation, it would sort of calm it down, would last for a while. Another woman just recently, she stated that she's got double vision. She's in her 60s and has a chronic problem with double vision. Right after the meditation, her calmed her eyes down, so for about an hour she could see normally. She was so impressed with this. Wow! And then after an hour sort of come up again. So I guess it's something we have to work at in terms of the practice to shift the mind to reduce the pain, but it can be done. Yeah, well, meditation you could say means directing the mind or putting your mind constantly and thoroughly on a wholesome or a virtuous object of some kind. So with meditation, you're concentrating on something. You could concentrate on, well, the breath is perhaps the most common practice. So you're getting your mind just out of your thoughts, your worries, your anxiety, you put it into one place. It helps to calm the mind, settle the mind. So basically meditation means that kind of focus or concentration, but it's always associated with a pleasant feeling, a pleasant condition when you can really concentrate the mind. Loving kindness was actually taught by the Buddha as an antidote to anger or aversion, this hindrance of ill will in the mind. So the opposite of anger is this quality of goodwill, friendliness. So loving kindness is a practice that you do by contemplating upon, well, four objects. First, you extend it to easy objects like yourself and a very dearly loved friend. So you could think about yourself and a friend. You could visualize them, use phrases, words, anything to sort of conjure up that feeling. So whatever works for you, you can even think of your pet, and so you develop this feeling of loving kindness, and then you extend it further to a neutral person, then to a difficult person. So you can sort of start and go outwards from there. So the idea is to try to break down the barriers in your own heart, have more of the sense of friendliness. It's something you actually do as a regular meditation practice. Like the Buddha said, it should be repeated, developed, made much of, made a habit of, made a basis of. So it should be like a regular daily meditation you do for like 10 minutes or 50 minutes. So what you're doing, you're focusing on an area of your brain, the area of friendliness, loving kindness, and you're expanding upon that like exercising a muscle. So you generally become a more happy, cheerful, warm, kind, loving person.